guys, it's Miss Taylor here. Today we're going to talk about the MLA Paper Guidelines. So let's get started. Why does this matter? You are going to be expected to write a paper following these guidelines, and not only will this help your grade, but if you understand this discipline, it keeps you from committing plagiarism and also writing a neat and orderly paper. We're going to focus on the MLA style of writing, which is the Modern Language Association. So today's goal is to review the basics, including the page layout, the in-text citations, and a works cited page. And I want to remind you, this is just an overview of the basics. It is not an in-depth how-to or explanation. For more information, you can check out our other videos. So the page layout. General guidelines from MLA indicate that all writers should do the following. They need to double space their paper. You need to be using a legible font. I always tell students, size 12, Times New Roman. Leave one space after your periods when you're typing your sentences, unless your teacher tells you otherwise, just one. 1-inch margins. The Word document, whenever you pull it up, it is automatically set to this. So unless you've changed it, that should be a good to go. You need to indent each new paragraph using the tab key for consistency. Once you do that once, Microsoft Word will automatically do that for every new paragraph. So be aware of that. You need to create a header in the upper right-hand corner with your last name and then a page number. And then you don't have a title page. You just have a header on the left side with your name, the instructor's name, the course name, and the due date. So let's check out what that's going to look like. We've got a sample paper here from Purdue OWL. And so you'll see they've got this header up here, last name, page number. Then they've got this header over here on the left with their name, and then the teacher's name, the class name, and then note how they've done the date here. This is the date, then the month, then the year. That is how it is done. Everything else looks great. We've got double spaced. We've got this indent right here in all the paragraphs. So far they're following the format very well. Let's take a look at in-text citations, which is the next thing we need to focus on. You need to, in your in-text citations, as you're giving your information, you need to incorporate the first source information listed in the works cited page. If you know the author, that's going to include their last name. If you don't know the author, that's going to include a shortened title of the work. If you've got books, you need to be including the page numbers. Let's check out some examples of that back in our paper. You won't see it right on the first page. We're going to see it when we start to see some quotations. So for example, all right, they've cited Danhoff, and this is the page number right here, page 5. They continue to cite Danhoff. Here he is again down here, page 7. Hurt, we've got a new author. That's page 127. You'll notice they continue to cite Hurt because there's page 128, 128, 127, or 172. Whenever you keep citing the same person, you can stop including their name. Now, when I say that's the first source information, when we look down at the works cited page, the very first thing, Danhoff, that's the first source information. Hurt, that's the first source information. If you were going to cite this article right here with no author, this is the first source information. So you would put that in the parentheses for your in-text citations. Let's go on ahead. Take a look at the works cited page. General guidelines indicate you need to have a separate page at the end of your paper. Title it works cited, that's it. No quotations, no italics. You need to double space all of your citations, indent the second line with 1/2 inch, that's a hanging indent, I'll show you that in a minute, and then all citations should end with a period, and they should be listed alphabetically. Again, let's go back to this example here. They still have their heading up here, note that, there's still the last name, page number, but they've got the title, it's just works cited, that's it. All of their entries are in alphabetical order, which is very nice and neat and orderly. They all end in a period. This right here is the hanging indent, this extra little chunk off here. This is what you want to make sure you have. And they've got it all throughout, so it looks very nice. So that's basically what an MLA paper should look like. If you need more information on the how-to or things that you really want to get specific on, I recommend you either check out our videos or you can go to Purdue OWL. It's owl.purdue.edu. That's where I got that sample paper from, and that's where I got a lot of this information from too. It has great information on all citation styles. I go to that website often, and I constantly encourage students to do the same. And of course, you can always come to the library and you can always ask me for any further help that you might need. I hope to help you guys with your paper later on. Keep on writing, guys.